Hey guys, this is Dr. Renee Pleasant at Pleasant Leadership Consulting, where we inspire your leadership freedom. So, this is not our normal weekly Leadership University. Instead, I'm coming to you on a surprise video to share with you my reading review. So, occasionally I pop in here and I share with you my take on an article or a book that I've read, and that's what this is about. So if you haven't done so, please go ahead and take a moment and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you are notified not only of the weekly uploads, but things like this surprise video. So I'm coming to you today to share with you a February 2022 article from Inc. magazine entitled, "Are You Burning Yourself Out Unintentionally with These 7 Business Habits?" So as a business owner and an entrepreneur, this article title obviously jumped out at me because I gotta admit, there are days that I am just dead dog tired. Does anybody out there who is a business owner or an entrepreneur, well, that's kind of the same, feel me? Do you just feel like there are like not enough hours in the day to get things done? And if there were, you don't know if you could even trudge through them to get them done, the task completed. So obviously the heading had me, the title had me. So let's go ahead and just jump right in and let's talk about those 7 business habits. So the first one was not building a strong company foundation. What? Like, so this article had me, okay, with business habit number 1. Okay, so when I was reading it, and these are really it's a short article. I'm going to drop all the information on how you can read the article yourself. So it suggests in here that as business owners and executives, we're forgetting to take care of ourselves. And it's true, we are. And then I'm reminded, if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of our followers. And it's true. Because if we drain the pitcher, if we drain the bucket, then we have nothing to take out to give to our followers. Convicted? Oh yeah, I'm convicted. Business habit number 2, not having a support system in place. And that doesn't necessarily mean having, your CEOs or your leadership team in place, although it could. This article took a very interesting twist. And it talked about how one of the people that they were talking to, they reorganized their entire week in alignment with the energy of the company. And I say it's brilliant because I recommend this in one of my workshops. They took their meetings and their work week and they aligned it with the energy flow of their people. So for instance, everybody's usually, Mondays aside, usually gun-ho at the beginning of the week, and then energy starts to lag by Friday, right? Like, well, work energy, everybody's excited about the weekend, but their energy. So they do more, they upload their work week at the beginning of the week, and then they don't do as many meetings, that is more, the less intense or work focused or critically focused activities are not on Friday. Brilliant. Let's work smarter. Let's not work harder. Business habit number 3, failing to maintain boundaries. Okay, guys, I get it. As a small business owner and as an entrepreneur, you know that the buck stops right there with you. But you have to put some boundaries in place, because if not, everybody's going to roll over you. They're going to steamroll over you, your followers, your clients, even the people in your industry. So you have to put those boundaries in place. You have to find a work-life balance. Otherwise, there will be no balance. And go to the graveyard sometime and look where, I dare you to find a tombstone that said they were a great employee, they were a great boss. I have yet to find one. It's going to say loving mother, father, it's going to say something about a family relationship. It's not going to say something about a work relationship. So put your priorities where they need to be. Business habit number 4, overbooking yourself into meetings. Oh my goodness, there is truth in the meme about I went to another meeting that could have been an email. So in this article, they suggest that whenever possible, and I get that it's not always possible because you don't always set the meetings, but whenever possible, select a specific day and a time to hold your meetings. So if it's possible, make all your meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. I'm just throwing that out there. But pick days. People like routine. So if your followers know that every Tuesday and every Thursday, like from 9 to 10, that's when all the meetings are going to happen in your building, then they'll block that out. That will be protected time in your organization. Work habit number 5, working constantly out of guilt or anxiety. Now, some people are just prone to that, guilt or anxiety, and I find that more female leaders than male leaders are that. And that's just a statement, that's an observation, that it's not something that I'm not trying to slam a gender. But I typically see that happens because they're not yet in the leadership position that they want. So I would say just redefine your goal and the steps you need to get to your goal. And if you need help with that, Pleasant Leadership Consulting can help you to identify your goal, write it out, and then work on timelines to meet that. Business practice number 6, which can lead to your burnout, which we don't want you burning out, is not prioritizing sleep. And I want to add to that, and it's mentioned in the article, so it's not just like Dr. Renee adding that, it's also you're not prioritizing leisure activity, family time, and sleep. So when you are, and I get it, the bug does stop with you, and you are shouldering everything. But if you are not working on that life-work balance, and you are taking it over into the weekend and late at night and into the holidays, and you're missing your nephew and your niece's birthday party because you're working, then work comes at a sacrifice. So you're sacrificing, joining a community league softball team, or you're sacrificing going to bed and getting your 8 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep or whatever your body requires. And it's going to take a toll on you. If you're choosing to miss your kids' t-ball games because you're choosing to go to stay at the office later, you can never get those minutes back. So you need to find that balance. And then the last business habit that we are choosing to live in rather than to, which is going to burn us out, is that we're trying to do it all without delegating. And that kind of goes back to we're taking all that work onto our shoulders. Now, some people will delegate, and they're like Oprah. They're giving tasks away at women. Here's a task for you. Here's a task for you. Here's a task for you. Okay, then you got the other extreme, like they're the hoarders. So they're taking all the tasks and they're keeping them close to their chest. They're the ones that are missing their kids' t-ball games, and they're missing their little kids playing soccer, which all they're doing is sitting in the field and picking up daisies. Okay, but then you've got the other people who are really gifted at delegating tasks. They're matching the task with the person who has the skill set to do it. And then they're giving them the task, but they're also teaching them leadership skills along the way as they're delegating. So you don't have to hand over the entire ship to an up-and-coming leader and walk away, because that's scary. I get it. You're like, I built this business from the ground up, and it's my collateral. It's my name at stake. I get that, because, it says Pleasant Leadership Consulting. It doesn't say, Joe Q, Citizen Leadership Consulting. But at some point, you've got to realize that you are one person and you can't do it all. And this is no hardship on this profession, but the only profession that really benefits from one person doing it all are cardiologists, right? I mean, it's kind of old school to think that one person does it all, because the only person who benefits, or the only industry that benefits from one person doing it all, are cardiologists. And I'm not trying to diss cardiologists. I have one. So that's old school thinking. New school thinking is we are stronger together, team. So find the people who complement you. Their strengths are your blind spots. And if you need help with that, we have personality assessments to help you with that. So again, those are the 7 business habits that are possibly causing us to burn out and missing out on life with our family. And I thought it was a really good article. So I'm going to give you the information in the YouTube description, and I encourage you to read it, or maybe you just want to take my review and go with that. So until the next video, I wish that every day you have is a stellar day, and I ask that you lead well. Your followers need it.